Joseph, you two, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
A 38-year-old woman who is desperate for marriage and seeking somebody to spend the rest of her life with, pays thousands of dollars to a matchmaker and gets told that she isn't ready to get married. Now, obviously, this upset the chick so much that she went on TikTok and started to vent about the situation. But listen to what she had to say because the conversation gets really interesting. Let's get it.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. She wouldn't be able to work with me. When we met, I told her what I was looking for and told her a lot about me. And I tried to highlight some of my core qualities.
This is one of those makeup videos. I don't know why these are so popular. I get that probably men aren't the demographic, but it seems to be a thing. Women putting on makeup and telling lies. Let's keep on listening.
Including the fact that I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. Told her the types of things that I like doing.
All right. We're getting, right off the bat, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm taking notes on this one. Red flag number one, I like to be the leader. Okay. To be the leader. So you like to be the leader, but you don't lead marriage because men hold the key to marriage. Just right there. She likes to be the leader and she's struggling. Let's keep listening.
So told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not.
So she's looking for a man who also is a leader. So we have two leaders, everybody, and people who live in delusion.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
And drink tea, don't understand the concept of there needs to be a head in a relationship, in a household, in any company, job, place where two people are gathered to reach a specific goal. You don't see bosses taking turns. Yes, you do, Chisha. No, stop. You don't. You do not. Delusional from the jump. Let's keep listening.
I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married.
She wants a man that's economically attractive, falling right into female hypergamy right there of women dating on the horizontal line and dating men who are performing higher than them economically. Let's listen.
May have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am.
You're not a stressed out, anxious person. You stress other people. That's what's going on here. I'm sorry, guys. Let's keep listening.
And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. Do anything woo? And I said, no. So in fact, I'm not even on the same planet as woo. When talking about what I didn't like in a man, I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board, journaling, meditating type of things. Would never going to be that type of person.
She told you need to be more nurturing, softer, and this chick's talking about how she's not going to deal with a doormat, AKA a man who can't handle her. Let's keep listening.
She also said that she could sense I had some walls up, which of course I'm coming to meet a woman who I'm asking to find my future husband at the rate of several $1,000s. I, of course, am going to be here really just trying to interview you, my dear friend, because I want to know if I'm going to get my money's worth with you. So of course I'm going to have some walls up. I also think it's perfectly normal to have some walls up when you are meeting someone for the very first time and who also had not taken the time to do her own research on me by stalking me on the internet. She definitely didn't have time because she asked for my socials no more than 1 hour before our meeting. So I asked her if she thought I would be ready for her services. Her response, she essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38, where I have been in therapy for 10 plus years.
All right.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
So she's serving up that hot coffee for this lady and told her she's not ready for a long-term relationship. Also, we can't skip over the fact that, hey, if you're looking for a career field, then you're somebody who can help, who's not like her therapist, who hasn't been honest about how she probably needs to change some things about herself if she wants to cooperate with a man. Then you have some opportunity to make a lot of money. Women are paying thousands of dollars for matchmakers to help them get men. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts, man. To help them get their ideal man. There was a time when arranged marriages were a thing. It's just crazy the time that we're living in right now, where there are probably more available single men, but no woman thinks any man meets her standards because she's not willing to settle for a lesser economically attractive man and a man who's not on her level, but they want equal pay. All these things that make dating today horribly complicated. Let's keep listening.
She also said that she's too woo for me, which I can accept that. That's fine. However, I shouldn't need to be a woo type person to be worthy of love. She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am.
Oh, she said $350. I thought she said thousands of dollars. Oh, potentially spend thousands of dollars. Okay, let's keep listening. So that was the first meeting. She got her check. Hey.
The fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership, which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away, because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are, and essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary. And the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity. Well, we're celebrating my 38th.
Oh, that's the finished product there, guys. Look at that. Look at look at that makeup. Look at that makeup. I'm not saying anything here. I'm just saying that's the finished product. Let's keep listening.
Birthday tonight, and we are going to wash all of what she said aside. I am so excited. And we're going to believe that no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you. We are not going to listen to this toxic narrative.
All right. So she says, we're going to believe no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you. Does that make sense? Does that even make sense? This is the type of woman that's never going to find a man if she does not change that narrative. Would she also agree that no matter the type of man you are, you deserve a romantic relationship? Because at that point, they're like, no, well, what if he's physically, like putting his hands on a woman? At that point, he does not qualify. You might be emotionally abusive. I mean, she did say if she gets a guy who can't handle her, she'll chew him up and spit him out, meaning she will, hurt that man's feelings. Let's jump to the abuse like they usually do. But I just think again, she's there talking about, I deserve love. Nobody deserves love in the context of a successful relationship. Nobody deserves a successful relationship. You work for that. You do not deserve a successful relationship. Can you get any type of relationship? You don't even deserve a relationship. People aren't obligated to give you a relationship. You deserve it. What have you done to earn it? What are the fruits of the result of the work that you've put in? Because that should be a relationship that you're in. And if you're not in that, well, there are obvious blind spots that you're missing. Nobody deserves a successful relationship. No man, no woman. She is living in delusion. Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. Of course, first comment here says, when the matchmaker sees red flags, perhaps it's time for therapy. And somebody else responded and says she's in therapy, probably with some type of feminist therapist. There are a lot of bad therapists out here. A lot of therapists have caused divorces. Another comment here says, I feel like the matchmaker was trying to protect the men she's responsible for matching. They're her clients too, yeah? Somebody else here says, the matchmaker heard the word beta and said, bye, ... as she should. Oh, beta is a real thing. As much people don't want to. There's a difference. People don't like those terms, and they've been overused, and attached to a lot of negativity. I don't like those terms. But for what they stand for, I get what she was trying to say, but I don't think that she was being honest. She's not the type who says, I want a leader, a man who I can submit to. Because you guys know the way I look at the whole alpha and beta thing. I don't think like, oh, this man's an alpha and everybody views him as that way. In the context of relationships, it just means like leader. And she wants a man who can lead her. But you can't switch leaders back and forth. And I know she's the type that's looking for a man who can handle her, not lead her, because she didn't talk about being submissive and such. Let's check out another comment here from a woman who says, for some reason, I feel like the matchmaker was onto something. Yeah. Another commenter here says, she's just said she wasn't the right matchmaker for you. It doesn't mean you aren't worthy. Nobody is worthy of shit. This terminology, man, is incredible. Another comment here says, as a successful type A2, see, you approached this as business project complete with requisite checklist, not best way to go about finding love. I actually disagree with that. There's nothing wrong with approaching. See, guys, don't fall for this. There's nothing wrong with approaching marriage or relationships. Because don't get it twisted. Most of these women want relationships that will lead to marriage. It is a business after all. You are signing a contract that hopefully you have a prenup to protect yourself for in that marriage, so you're not getting screwed over and you're doing it the right way. She's just being unrealistic and difficult. Another woman here says, I don't know, if I were to be 38 and felt like I need a matchmaker, I'd consider what the matchmaker said to change my situation. I think a lot of women probably think this way, is like, oh, I won't be that way when I'm 38. But I think this requires a certain level of wisdom that a lot of people lack. The older you get, the more difficult you get, the more set you get in your ways, and people put off things and say, oh, I'll do it later. I'll get that man later. No, you only get more difficult and less tolerant the older you get. And if you know that about human nature, you realize that you may not have the patience at nearly 40 years old. Here's another comment from another person who says, when a matchmaker tells you that her male clients aren't going to like your personality and you argue that you're worthy. She's mad that she thinks those guys won't like her back. Here's another comment from somebody else who says, I saw the type A in the first sentence. Somebody else here says, she's trying to tell you the man you're looking for isn't looking for you. Alpha men want support, not competition. Come on now, Carrie. Let's go. We've got another comment here from somebody else who says, she didn't say you weren't worthy. She said you weren't ready. Yeah. There are a lot of these type of chicks walking around. And it's important you, especially if you're a guy, even if you're a guy who doesn't plan to get married, but maybe are open to like a long-term relationship, you don't want to be forced to be tied on to a woman over here who thinks she's worthy of love. What? I don't have to do anything. No matter what, I'm worthy of love. Crazy. As always, I'm curious to know what you think. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.